What's up, my folks? I hope everyone is doing great. I'm glad it's finally quit raining down here. We've been getting hammered with rain the last few days. Cold, too. I hope everyone's staying dry and staying warm and getting along real well. I think the country's fixing to be hammered with a pretty good cold front. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about eyes on the dogs, okay? I've had a few questions about infections. Like, I had it too. As a matter of fact, I just got over one. I had this little bitch pup right here had an eye infection that just wouldn't go away. I tried several different little things for her, and finally I got her eyes cleared up and looking good. And what I used was this right here. They didn't have the Vetricin, so I tried this. I have used the Vetricin and it's worked pretty decent, but this right here was the only thing they had at the store, and it's actually cheaper as well. But what you want to do is get it in their eyes and spray it in their eyes straight up in there, and that's no easy feat. I mean, that little dog, probably every 20 times you'll get some in her eye. You know what I mean? She's just impossible. But after about 2 weeks of it, this morning she didn't have any infection in her eye, and she was looking pretty good. So it seems to be working. So give this a try if you're having trouble with it, and see how that works out for you. It actually helped me quite a bit on her. But I hadn't had no other dogs get it, so I don't think it's really pink eye. I think she just had an eye infection somehow, maybe. Who knows? But it was bad. I mean, she couldn't even, I'd have to every couple hours go out and clean her eyes out for her and stuff. I was putting all kinds of medicated stuff in her eyes, and nothing seemed to be clearing it up. But I'll just steady use this, kind of like the Vetricin. You got to stay on it, and it seems to be working. So give that a try, guys. I think you can get it pretty much at any decent little feed store around. But all right, let's go on a few little things here. I've had a few guys, I guess, from my last video. I definitely am not trying to persuade anybody from following their dream. If that's what you want to do and you want to get into these dogs, and this is something that you are interested in, and that's what you're going to do, then by all means get into it. I wish you the best. But I'm just being honest with people. I want people to understand the whole thing before they get into something and get disappointed, but thinking it's one way when it's really not. But yes, if you're going to do it right and do it 100%, and don't worry about anybody else in it. You do you. You know what I'm saying? But definitely understand the game. You know what I mean? It ain't all roses, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot more to it than what a lot of people let on. They'll show you the glory, the pretty, but they don't show you the mud. They don't show you the blood, guts, and the beer of it. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth. There's a lot to it. So, it's just a warning before you get into it, because it ain't something. You don't respawn. You don't get a second life or nothing. These are living animals, and they require a lot. How many times you heard the guys at the bar? Oh, I'll catch the dogs tomorrow. I'll feed them tomorrow. You do that too many times a month, your dogs start fading back, and you'll never be successful. That's my point. It takes dedication, not necessarily hard, but it just takes a lot of dedication. You got to be very dedicated with them. But and that's my point to you. But if you want to go for it, go for it. And another thing to talk about is, I've had a lot of people. I know I missed some calls, but some of you guys have left me messages, but I don't have your number. You got to tell me your number in the message, because I can't figure out which one it was. So anyway, a lot of people want puppies and talking and asking me about pups and all this. So you guys got to understand this. These dogs, yes, you can make pets out of them, but they're very, very, it's a different type of dog. These are a working type dog. They're hyper. They're high maintenance. They require a lot. They require a lot of keeping that a lot of people don't quite understand. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. Some people, they want one thing. They think they want one thing. Like there's certain things, like these little brown puppies right here. These little son of bitches will not make good pets. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to make good pets. They're going to be so hard. You're going to be so pissed off with these little dogs. You know what I'm saying? This cross that we're using. A lot of people like have been interested in these and all, and that's fine. I understand, but these are more going to hunters. These are hunting type dogs. They're going to just tear up this little bitch. If you put her in the house, she'll pull up right to the carpet, to the corner, and start pulling the carpet up, trying to dig a hole through the wall, chewing the couch up, grab anything in her sight, anything she can get, she's going to get. That's how they all are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could have probably, make a pet out of them, but it's going to be you're going to have to spend a lot of time with them. And let's just face it, a lot of guys are wanting to show the dogs and the ADBA shows. And me as a breeder, I want you to be successful with what you get from me. You understand? Certain crosses that I have might not necessarily make a good ADBA show dog. They're great hunting dogs. They don't look at it the way I do on a lot of things. Like I look at these little dogs, I see the heavy bone structure, the real durable hide, the thick skin, the real intense little shit, but they're a little short-legged, they're a little long-bodied. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to win any beauty contest. Well, I already know what I'm doing with the dogs. I got plans for them. The best one's going to go back in the buster. If these dogs work out, the very best bitch that I like the best will go back in the buster, and it'll give you the complete package. But you know what I'm saying? Like this little bitch will win beauty shows. I mean, she's just as hard to handle. She's just going to be just as crazy. But she's built more for what they look for in a ADBA structured type dog. You see what I'm saying? So if I know these things, I can pick your puppy right. Like I have picked a couple dogs for people that want good companions like ADBA, like Mr. Barry, like Dave Barry. He's got a dog from me, and I picked him what I think would make a good dog for what he wants, just as the puppy or her structure, her build. She's built like a tank for a female, but she's not short-legged and squat. You know what I'm saying? I want him to do good at what he's going to do with her, and I want to be honest with folks like that, because a lot of times people get here and the whole time they're on their way, they're thinking they're going to pick one dog, one puppy, and I try to have 2 litters at a time at least, because if I'm going to have to deal with pups, I'd rather just deal with 2 litters at a time. But I let them pick their own pup, and I will do that. But I just say, some dogs, some of these crosses I make are going to be real difficult to make for pets, okay? They're going to be real difficult. And just because the dogs were bred a certain way, and they may be awesome in the traits they got, but they might not do well in like a conformation shows. I mean, I just got to be honest with y'all. Like people that want these dogs. This is the cross we make. They come out, a lot of them looking like that. That dog ain't going to win no ADBA show. I mean, it's not, But once I cross that stuff back into it, they're going to be beautiful. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get my traits off of these dogs that I want. The bone structure, the heavy muscle, these are still little babies still. And they're already real thick and, real durable type built dogs. And that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting what I want, but it might not necessarily be what somebody else wants. You know what I mean? They might like the way they're bred, the way they act, the way they look and all that. But if we're going for winning trophies at shows, you got to pick the right winning dog, just like any other thing you do with these dogs, like hunting or anything else. That's why I breed them like this, is just for hunting. But I love it when people say, oh, my dogs can excel in everything. Some may, but if you're breeding your yard and your bloodline, you're going to have dogs that don't look good sometimes. Like as far as standards, these look beautiful to me because they're what I wanted. What I want. But a judge at an ADBA show will pick them apart. I mean, it's just the truth of it. Whereas you put a little bit of buster back in there, it'll really build them different. You know what I mean? Just even a quarter. From 3/4 to a quarter, that shit looks beautiful. And anything else, you get them too tight, they start looking funny. What's up, buddy? Why you tearing everything up? What you tearing everything up? Huh? But I put stuff like this back in time with them dogs, and it'll step them up to you'll get that long lean muscle, that that body, more of a rectangle style more squared instead of real long hot doggy. Them little dogs got kind of a long body, and they all going to be like that. That cross looks like that, but it is what it is, guys. I just be honest with you guys. I don't want anybody getting their feeling. You know, I got a dog from Jay. I told him I wanted to win ADBA shows with it, and this motherfucker looks like Rover's dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of that. Okay, now when I got way back into the emails, there's some guys talking about hunting and stuff. Yeah, that's when I do hunting season and I hunt and stuff. It's usually my friends that I'm hunting. Okay, I can't sit still long enough. I have to sit in a shooting house, and I usually, when I hunt, I go walk around on a head shoot. I walk around a little slow like this and sit on logs whenever when I get to, and I just head shoot deer for meat. I don't trophy hunt around here. I just kill what I want. I usually, my hunting trips usually last me about 30 minutes, and I got something laying on the ground. I mean, I'm just staying how it is, because, I mean, I know where the deer are on my property, and I keep them fed, and I just walk in there and shoot something in the head and drive my four-wheeler up to it. I won't shoot a deer if I gotta drag it. I won't shoot it. If I can't drive my four-wheeler right up to it and winch it back up on there, I don't even shoot the deer. You know what I mean? Now my buddies, my hunting season, my enjoyment to me is when they come and they stay, and I take them out and I put them out and let them do their hunt. I'm usually back at the house making something to eat and stuff like that. I mean, I used to take the boat out. I just can't get in the, man, it beats my fucking shit up, dude. Last time I took it out, I had to lay in the parking lot out till midnight. No shit, to get my shit together, get it down the road. But, you know, I ain't been back out in it since. But yeah, I mean, we used to do all that. I tried to take people for years, and I have. I've introduced a lot of people to it, okay? A lot of people, like this year, all my folks got a buck this year except Jules. He come up, he didn't get one. He had an opportunity, but he didn't get him a buck. And, you know, that's is a lot of people learn to hunt with me, you know. And yeah, I will take people. Actually, this weekend coming up, I'm letting the kids come up and shoot squirrels. I keep everything, like I said, we got trails and roads and creek bottoms, and they're going to have a blast, you know. I mean, everyone talks about change and shit. You got to change this world one person at a time. The people that you are around you that you care about and you want to help, you know, broaden their pictures, you know, their horizon on life, you know. And, you know, a lot of the people I want to bring, they get to bring their kids. They might not get to do this but once or twice a year, you know. And I wish my little nephew Jerm could come, but, you know, they got to be doing right in school. They got to be doing right, and, you know, that's the rules. If they got to be mature enough to do this kind of stuff with us, and it teaches them, I think it gives them character. And you know, everyone talks about in society, you know, if they really give a shit, like just for instance, they talk about gun safety, gun rights, going to take the guns for safety reasons and all this shit, wanting to do that. If they really give a shit about firearm safety, they teach it in schools. They would start it when they're little kids. The poor little fuckers have to go to school anyway. I mean, they teach them about all kinds of other shit like sex ed and stuff they shouldn't even be teaching, but they can't teach them that what they consider the most dangerous shit. They can't teach them firearm safety in schools. If they really cared about all that, they would have done that. There's enough resources, enough, like, why don't they have programs for kids in the city where they can't come out in the country, you know, like in a school thing, and where they get to, like, field trips all the time, like 2 or 3 times a week. Give them little fuckers a stick in a fucking ditch to play in. Let them play. Don't make them do classroom. Just let them go out and play and be friends with everybody, you know, and let everyone do that. Imagine how people's lives would change if you started in school and you got to go out to the farms and go fishing and with a cane pole and meet, you know, and then graduate up into small game hunting and the deer hunting and do stuff, and it was a normal thing. It was just normal. Everyone did it together. It was just something that was normal, and society was accepted of it. You think we'd have all the bullshit going on we do now? I don't. I personally don't. I think you could solve a lot of problems in this world with just a damn barbecue once in a while. Just being honest. But anyway, and on that note, I seen where people were asking me about going on live with a couple guys. I've had a few guys ask that. I can't really do live. Just to be honest with you, I can't. You can ask people, they come down, their phone don't work, all that shit. It's just terrible signal. But of course, I mean, I would. I mean, I don't have no, like I said, I had no animosity to nobody and none of this shit. But I'd even do one better. When we get the cabin built, those same guys can come down here and hang out, and we let them catch some hogs with their dogs, and you know, they can video it and have a good time and all that shit. Be better than live, then they can put it on their own thing, you know. Video while they're here. That's what we're doing. I seen a lot of people asking about doing some work, wanting to trade for pups. Come and do work with me. You damn right, guys. I mean, I got a lot going on. This year I'm going to put, it's a little bit at a time. I'm getting all the materials built up. But I want to finish out to here, give me a 15 by 15 kennel room, put a door right here. I already got all the materials for the bathroom and stuff. Put a shower and like a room right up on here. I still got to plumb it. I got all the electrical done and got all the outlets ready. Got to plumb it, and then I'll give them a nice room here and make it. I want to drive all this in where it's like a apartment, not apartment, but like a motel room, just like that. You walk in and then come out another door, and then I'll have a nice 16 by 15 big room right here. We can maybe put a bar and shit in. And once I get this all done, I mean, it might be a year or two, but if like y'all guys really want to come and help, and contractors, or you get along, I trade, man. I'll definitely trade and make it worth your while. You'll never have to worry about a dog again. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I love it when people comes up. That's my enjoyment of hunting season. That, to me, is more fun than me going out and doing it. Like, right now, I'm fixing to go out and feed up the deer, and what that does is next weekend when them boys come, we got so many squirrels. I ain't never shot a squirrel out here in fucking 5 years. We put out about 500 pounds of week in the wintertime, just right around here on about 200 acres. And I bet you them squirrels get at least half of that. They're as big as 1 pound coffee cans. They're huge. Them kids are going to have a blast, but like we do, we just got to do small parties where we can keep it up, keep it safe. But that's how we do it. We try to do things all throughout, not just with the dogs. You know what I mean? Dogs are a big part of it and enjoy them. But there's other things too that I like to pass along. My family does, and we enjoy the people coming and having fun with folks. It's a good time, And once I get that cabin built, finished out, and it'll be a lot better. Then when guys want to come, like my buddy that just left from Texas, they got to drive that long and they stay the night, relax, and then get up in the morning and leave, whatever. You know what I mean? They want to hunt, come hunt for the weekend or whatever. It's all right there, easy peasy. But there again, it's just money. I don't have $10,000 laying around to finish all that right now. So just got to do what we can. But yeah, that's the plan. And we live it. We keep doing it. We're just going to do what we can until we can get it done. But I hope y'all are taking care and keep on keeping on, and y'all stay safe, and y'all keep on bulldogging.